did it. I freaking did it. I never gave up. And like, I feel like now, like I accomplished that. So
I'm curious about how you discover your own framework. Was that something that caused a lot of friction in your process, or was like something that happened naturally out of curiosity? How was that experience?
yeah, it just came with testing things out. Really, it was just like, okay, you know, and luckily I was able to do it alongside of the folks at ClickFunnels when I first started out, when I was, you know, jumping into the marketing world. And so it was like, you know, I was on their team, on their Slack channel, and you know, I was responsible for producing a certain amount of videos. I'd send them over and I would see what works. So I mean, yeah, luckily for me, it was on, you know, their ad spend. It was on their dime, not my own. But I still nowadays I test things too on my end, because I'm running, you know, I think, you know, last month I was spending like $800 a day in Facebook ads, right? And so it's like I'm able to test things too, because sometimes what worked a couple months ago doesn't work anymore today, because things change, the market's changing. You can't say that anymore on Facebook, maybe, or whatever it is. But yeah, so I mean, going back to the question, I just really just kept throwing things out there, seeing what worked, and picked up the ingredients that you know, that made sense. And it was just like, it was on the notes app on my phone. It was just like an ongoing list of things. And eventually, like the list, because the video formula is 10 ingredients now, but it was at like 15 things. And then I kind of had to, like, you know, some elements kind of go together, you know, and like, you know, you have to combine things. And so I wanted to make it like an even number of, you know, things too, but 10 ingredients. And it's just been, it's been an evolution. It's just like anything with you guys out there as an entrepreneur. It's, you know, not giving up is the most important thing that you can do. Like, I still fail all the time. Like, I try things and they don't work, or, you know, we send ads to clients every once in a while and they don't work for them. And then they email us back like, yeah, dude, the ad just didn't work, or it got declined. I mean, doesn't mean, I mean, we're all human. We're all making mistakes. The most important thing that I've learned for myself is just to, like, you're going to have bad days, but don't let that stop you from start picking back up tomorrow and, you know, trying something else. Like the first course that I put out, the first 2 courses that I put out, they completely flopped. They just didn't do well. But I wasn't going to let that stop me, because I don't know why, but I always had this thing in the back of my mind where I was just like, one day when I'm like 95 years old and I'm like laying in a bed and I can't move anymore, am I going to look back and be like, damn, I wish I would have just kept trying. I wish I would have been like, made this course that was successful and I was able to help people, and then I could evergreen it and made money for my family. Or like, what if I was to die today or pass away, and then like my family doesn't have any assets to, like, you know, to work with? Like, if my wife, if I died, she'd be like, I'll just take Kevin's course and keep running ads to it and selling it so that we can make money for our family. Like, that's how I see it. It's like an online asset. So anyways, I'm just like, I'm never going to give up. I'm going to do this thing. I want to be proud of myself looking back on my deathbed one day. Like, I did it. I freaking did it. I never gave up. And like, I feel like now, like, I accomplished that. So